Let's take it live now to Edward Lawrence, who's on the road with President Biden at the G20 summit. Edward, what have you heard from the administration about this attack on Polish soil?
Well, Liz, right now, the president's advisors are seeing what you're seeing in the dollar index, as well as the Treasury safe haven buying, watching that situation. I can tell you within the last 7 minutes now, the NSC spokesperson, Adrienne Watson, tweeted out this. She said, I'm going to read this. We've seen these reports out of Poland and are working with the Polish government to gather more information. We cannot confirm the reports or any of the details at this time. We will determine what happened and what appropriate steps to take next. And the Polish government has already called an emergency meeting within Poland of their advisors. Now, here in Bali, the president says that he has talked with other world leaders about the situation in Ukraine, including worst-case options. Listen to the president here.
We discussed Russia's aggression against Ukraine, reaffirmed our shared belief in the threat or the use of nuclear weapons is totally unacceptable.
And the reason this is so important, let's go back to March when President Joe Biden came out and he made this statement. He made it very clear, and I'm going to read this to you, what he said. He said, the reason we want to make this clear is a movement on Ukraine. Don't even think about moving 1 single inch into NATO territory. The one sacred obligation, we have a sacred obligation under Article 5 to defend every inch of NATO territory with the full force of our collective power. And statements like these beg a response. Should this be proven true that 2 missiles did launch into Ukraine, into Poland territory? And last night in Bali here, we saw the Russian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sergei Lavrov, leave the G20 dinner early. Minutes after his plane left, reports of missile strikes hitting 2 resident buildings in Ukraine, in Kyiv, Ukraine, happened. So we're waiting for official word, again, from the president's team here in Bali. He is scheduled to close out the G20 session with a tree ceremony tomorrow and then meeting with the UK Prime Minister. I do also want to read one last thing we got from the Russian Foreign Ministry, the Ministry of Defense, I should say. They are denying reports that one of their missile strikes hit in Poland. They're also denying they made any strikes near targets in Ukrainian-Polish state border. This is from the Russian Ministry of Defense. So we're going to have to sort this all out over the next few hours and see what the response is from the U.S. and other NATO partners. Back to you.
Okay, and I just want to clarify one thing and let you know that this is hitting the tape, Edward. White House says it cannot, as of yet, confirm reports coming out of Poland. But again, that senior U.S. intel member telling the Associated Press that missiles have hit Poland and that they did sail over Ukraine from Russia. We will be watching this. Apparently 2 people dead. As soon as we get any more confirmation, we will bring it to you. Edward, please interrupt us if you get more as well. Thank you so much.